Hello and welcome to the next episode of Goodgame Empire series. Today I'm gonna show you 5 very nice tips for storm islands which will help you gather your favorite decorations very fast. So first things first. Many people write to me that they gain about 10,000 aquamarine from level 70s and 80s storm forts, but I get about 30 or even 35,000. So how is this even possible? Then I'm gonna tell you 4 things that change the amount of aquamarine gathering from forts. So let's start with the first one. This is Hall of Legends bonus. It's called 5-finger discount and it lets you loot 50% more resources, only applies in relation to NPC targets, and it changes the amount of robbed aquamarine from forts a lot. It is very important even during war because you can gather a lot more food from baron robbers and from nomad camps, from towers on fire peaks, etc. So this is very important research in your Hall of Legends, attack bonuses, skills, legendary skills, so you have to pick this if you want to gather more aquamarine. The second thing is your commander and the loot bonus. So let's take this fort as an example, just to show you the commander bonuses. And here where I put my cursor now, you can see where is my cursor, yes? So there is post-battle effects, resources plundered when looting. And your blue commanders will usually get about 15% because of the artifact basic bonus. So this bonus is always the same on artifact. You get resources plundered when looting. And you can get more because when using, for example, armor, relic armor with this bonus as well, because it can have the bonus at the top. So the first primary effect can be resources plundered as well. But you can also make a red commander with even legendary items which have huge bonuses. You can upgrade them at your technicals, and you can give them gems to have more army loot capacity, so it's easier for you to hit forts. Of course, you don't have a lot of them, and they make you lose a lot more units, but they can give you about half more aquamarine. The alternative for this is just making your blue commanders to 40% resources robbed, which is the max value for the relic commanders. Okay, next, third thing which affects the amount of aquamarine in the king's market in specialist tab. You can see a marauder, and you need to hire him to gain more aquamarine from forts. If you have him hired, you just gain more. It costs you 990 rupees for when starting, when buying it first time, but then you occasionally get minus 75%, and you just need to pay 250 rupees to make it longer for 7 days, to expand the remaining time for 7 days. So just buy it once and then for the huge price, and then wait for the price drops to buy it cheaper, so you can buy 4 times more in the same price. Okay, the last thing is how much units you put into the attack, because let's take a level 80 fort. I was attacking it, so it's here. Okay, let's take this fort as an example, and there's a looting capacity, yes? So okay, I need some units, let me send them. Okay, I just sent a bunch of deadly horrors to my castle, and now I can show you a looting capacity, which is a very important thing, because if you send only one wave of units and for example half of them die during the battle, then your looting capacity is going to be 15,000, yes, but half of them die, so it's only 7,000, because only remaining troops which are still alive after the combat will take resources. So if one unit survives, then it's not gonna give you nearly anything. You need to have at least 20,000, and with horrors it's easy, but with units like bought from the nomad camp shop, or from samurai, or just recruited in barracks, they don't have this much looting capacity as horrors. They have like 25, maybe 30. So you need to have at least 25,000 of this, and usually you need to put your army into 2 waves, so fill 2 waves of attack with units, and it's gonna be enough. If you fill only one, and as I just told you, half of them die, then you're not gonna take all you can do, so you're gonna take like half of the aquamarine you can gain from the fort. So you need to remember about this and fill the attack properly. Okay, next tip. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what is the best time to join Storm Islands event. Basically, there's two strategies. You should join just after the event starts, and it happens at the first day of every month at 10 a.m. CET. And how to convert CET time? Just go to Google and type down 10 a.m. CET in, and for example, UK. And the Google is gonna show you that it's 9 a.m. in United Kingdom, so you need to convert this time. But this is basically the time when the most of the events in Goodgame Empire start, so you should know when this happens on your server, basically. Okay, so the first strategy is to join as fast as possible when the event starts, to be in the middle, in the center of map, so you have the same distance to any fort on the map. Of course, you don't have the same distance to all the forts on map, and what I meant here is that distance to further forts grows proportionally in each direction, because you're in the perfect middle of the rectangular map which is on the Storm Island event. And this helps you if you're a very active player and you're gonna hit the aquamarine forts every day or every 2 days, for example. So you're gonna have a lot of them close to your castle. It's gonna be harder and more competitive to catch them, but if you are fighting for them and you are good at this, then it's gonna be better for you, because you have more forts in small range than when being on the edge of map. So the second strategy is actually joining about 2 or 3 days after the event starts, to be on the edge of map or near the edge of map, and then it's easier for you to catch forts because there's less players who have small distance, so it is less competitive around you, so it's easier for you, but you have less forts to catch within short distance, so with smaller time. And basically this will be better for players who are playing not so active on the aquamarine event on the Storm Islands. So if you're active, spawn right after the event starts, and if you are like middle active, then wait 2-3 days and spawn in the easier place like this. So there's the edge of map, and you can spawn somewhere here, and you have plenty of forts nearby, but there's not this much players trying to hit them, and a lot of players is going to have long distance to forts nearby you, so you're going to be first on them. Okay, now next very useful tip. So basically, if you want to check how much aquamarine do you have in your storage, how do you do this? You go to your aquamarine castle and you just check how much aquamarine you have in the magazine. Oh, I have 24,000, nice, I need to hit a lot of forts. Well, no, there's a better tactic for this. Because, you know, if you're in the middle of map, far from your castle, for example, now 140 squares from your castle, and you are searching for forts, you go to your castle, you do something, and you go back to the map, it spawns you in the middle of your castle, yes? So you see your castle on the map, not the place where you are searching for forts. So you just go to the tab, to this tab, to overview of your all castles. I'm sure you know this. You just click on this. You head to the third tab, to miscellaneous tab, and you search there for, you see, aquamarine and cargo points. So you scroll down to your aquamarine castle to see it here at the list, to on left side, and on the right side you see how much aquamarine do you have in your storage, and also how much cargo points you have on your account. But I believe that the aquamarine amount in your storage is very important. You can check this from Storm Map. Okay, next but also very important tip is your harbor. Well, it has 3 levels and it speeds up your armies. So the first level doesn't give you any advantage. Second level does give you 60% extent of the effect, and the effect is of course faster travel. And the third level gives you 120%. Basically it costs 12,000 rubies for the upgrade to second level, and for 24,000 rubies to upgrade it to third level. And now I'm gonna give you examples of army traveling to long distance targets, so it's more than 120 squares, when using samurai and usual units, because you know samurais have 45 speed and usual units have about 28 speed, so there's a huge difference. And I'm gonna tell you the time travel for harbor level 1st, level 2nd, and level 3rd. So let's listen carefully. Samurai units with harbor level 1st are going to travel 20 minutes to long distance targets. When your harbor is upgraded to 2nd level, samurai units are going to travel for 12 minutes to the farthest targets. And when your harbor is maxed out at level 3, your samurai units are going to have a 8-minute long travel. And now with usual units, for example, horrors, deadly horrors, nomad units, or just recruited in your barracks units, they are going to travel 40 minutes to long distance targets with harbor level 1st. They're going also to travel 24 minutes when your harbor is at level 2nd, and the travel is gonna take them 16 minutes when the harbor is maxed out at level 3rd. So that's the times, and I would suggest to you to upgrade the harbor to level 2nd if you are going to do something on the Storm Island event. Of course, when it starts, not today, but when the event starts, so at the beginning of every new month, when you're going to hit the aquamarine, and to upgrade the harbor to level 3rd if you're going to hit the aquamarine hard. So if you're going to grind this for 3 hours in the night or 3 hours in early morning, or like whole day every day or every 2 days. So if you're going to play very active on the Storm Island event, you should consider upgrading harbor to level 3rd, and you just have to upgrade it to level 2nd at least, so or you're not going to catch a lot of forts in these more popular hours. But in hours like from 2 a.m. to 7 to 8 a.m. it's pretty easy to catch storm forts, because you can even catch it 2 times the same fort. So you attack fort level 80 with 10 attacks required to sink, and then after 4 hours, when the limit the limit is reached, so you attack, then you have 4 hours block, and it is unblocked again. Oh no, but it is unblocked again, and you can hit it 2nd time the same fort. So it's pretty useful, it's very useful, and you just need to consider upgrading this based on your activity on the event. Now last tip, how to attack storm islands in general. So what is the strategy? I told you one strategy before, but it was strategy if you attack like forts max to 100 squares, so during day when a lot of players is active and you need to hit forts which are close to you, or you're not going to hit them. But the strategy when attacking in late evening, during night, and early morning, you just have to scroll through whole map. Yes, whole map. You are checking whole map, and you are scrolling, searching for 70s and 80s, and you are attacking the 70s and 80s. If more than half your commanders is not being used after you scrolled whole map and you can't find a lot of them, then you can start attacking 60s, but only 100 squares from your castle far away, not more, because it's gonna take your commanders, and it's gonna take a lot of time. So you have to scroll through whole map. And now strategy, when you're playing in a party, you need some communicator, text or speech, or voice communicating. So Messenger, Discord, TeamSpeak, or just writing in the Alliance chat down in this box here. So you can just type it here, the coordinates. And if you are playing in a party of 2, you need to split the map. So the one person A, is searching map on the right side, and person B is searching for coordinates on the left side, and this is the strategy. If there is 3 players, you may split this to right, middle, and left, or you can split this to right, middle, and or if your castles are far away, everyone can look around their castle. And when there is 4 of you in the group, because more than 4 is gonna be useless, because you're gonna hit forts for your companies and it's gonna be just problematic. Pick up to 4 players with you. up to 3, so there's 4 of you counting you. So one player goes to right top part of map, second players go to right bottom part, left bottom is for third player, and left top part of the map is for fourth player in your party. So that's how you do it, and basically that's all. So if you like those tips, leave a like, and if you dislike, leave a dislike. You can leave the comment with some suggestions for me, so what should I do better, what am I doing wrong, or something like this. Consider subscribing to the channel if you like the videos I create, because about 60% of viewers do not actually subscribe to the channel. So I hope we're going to hit the target very fast to have 500 subscribers, and if we do that, I'm gonna start live streaming fully in English on the separate channel you're watching right now. By the way, I'm going to create a Discord server, so if you're interested, type the comment and I'm gonna know how many people are interested, because I have Discord server, but it's like 95% Polish players, so it's hard to communicate in 2 languages at once, and I decided that creating second server is gonna be way easier than making my own server multilingual, so that's the way I do it. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next episode. Goodbye.